Julia's on Twitter. Dave, can you explain why you recommend opening up Roth IRAs to contribute some of the 15% rather than dropping all the 15% into the company-managed 401k? My company matches at 3%. Good question. Well, to start with, let's understand a company-managed 401k does not exist. You have a company 401k, you manage it. The money choices inside the 401k are yours, not your company's. So they don't manage the account. You manage what your investments are going into. But what we have figured out mathematically, when we say at baby step 4, put 15% of your household income, add, if you have 2 incomes or 3 incomes, add them all together, times 0.15, 15%. Now, that's the dollar amount that should be going into retirement. The most efficient mathematical process is to invest in what we call rock, paper, scissors. The first one you want to do before you do anything is take the match. You have a 3% match, you want to take the match because there's nothing that beats doubling your money on day one. If you put in $1,000, they put in $1,000, you made 100% return on your money before any mutual fund performed. That is what's known as sweet. So we always take the free money up to the match. And then we say Roth. Now, if you have a Roth 401k, you could stay with your 401k. If you don't, you would do individual Roths, or you may do both. But you want to do everything you can in Roth after match. And if you still haven't gotten to 15% after you maxed out all Roth options available to you, then you would do traditional. Now, why would I recommend doing Roth rather than traditional, which is kind of what you're asking? All right, let's take a basic example of a middle-class family making $50,000. Household income, 15% of that is $7,500 a year, $625 a month being invested. Without a match, if that were invested in a decent series of growth stock mutual funds like we recommend, growth and income, aggressive growth, and international, outperforming the S&P, which is possible. I buy mutual funds that outperform the S&P, and I also buy some in the S&P, do a little of both. But if that's what I'm going to do, and I did that from age 30 to age 60 for 30 years, I'd have $2.2 million in that account. Now, that would be true of putting $625 into a Roth or $625 into traditional. Either one. Okay, it's going to grow to the exact same amount if it's the exact same investments and the exact same amount of dollars going in. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Now, once we've done all of that, okay, we look up, and at age 60, you would have around $2.2 million in this account, whether it's a Roth or whether it's a traditional. Now, this is not counting match. So $7,500 a year, $625 a month from age 30 to age 60 will be around $2.2 million. Now, if it is in a traditional, you put in the money pre-tax and you've not paid taxes on your contribution, and the entire amount of growth is taxable, and so your contribution and the growth is taxable. It's a tax-deferred investment, which is a wonderful investment. There's nothing wrong with that. But the entire $2.2 million will be taxable. If it is a Roth, you got your money in after tax, so you've already paid taxes on the $625 a month. So you had to make more than $625 to get to that. So granted, the math is not really apples to apples, but this is the reality of people's investment strategy. So if we do that, we got $2.2 million in there. Here's the thing. A Roth IRA grows tax-free. Now, you've already paid taxes on your contribution, and the growth is all tax-free, so the $2.2 million is completely tax-free now, but you paid taxes on your contribution. Now, here's the contribution. $7,500 a year for 30 years is $225,000. So out of your $2.2 million, roughly $2 million of it is growth, which is all taxable in a traditional and zero taxes in a Roth. So if you paid it at a 25% tax rate, this is a $500,000 tax bill on a traditional over a Roth. Now, you would want to do that if you'd already doubled your money with a match. You don't want to do that just because you chose the wrong box, traditional versus Roth. Choose the Roth. So matches first, Roth because of tax-free growth and most of your money is growth. And then if that doesn't get you to your 15% or you don't have those things available for some reason, then you would do traditional. And that's how you roll the thing out. And that's why we do it that way, Julia.